Northern Colorado real estate market update. Today is actually the 24th of March. I didn't even do a February video with the January numbers, and now we're near the end of March, and I'm just now making a video for the February numbers. But I want to give you a quick update on what's going on in the market and what this means for home buyers and home sellers. So let's dive in and look at the numbers here. Okay,
Blue line is Fort Collins, red is Loveland, I have Windsor in gold and Greeley in gray. This is looking at a 3-year picture here, but for the month of February, which is the most recent data that we have, there were 261 new listings in Fort Collins, 189 new listings in Loveland, and 101 new listings in Windsor. That gave us 398 homes for sale in Fort Collins, 341 homes for sale in Loveland. So that's a 28% increase in the number of homes for sale. So inventory is coming to the market. Again, this is February. Things were really starting to heat up in February, which was fantastic. These are the closed sales. There's a nice uptick from January to February, so we can see that here. The number of closed sales for Loveland was up almost 9%, up 3.8% in Fort Collins. Windsor's a little weird because there's been a lot of new construction, so just ignore that number, but in Greeley it's up 18%, so that's really good. Our days on market are relatively flat. There's actually kind of a slight decrease in that, which is good. Our month's supply, more sales, more homes are coming on, like I said, but more homes are selling. So about 2 months to 3 months worth of supply is what we're seeing there. And then let's look at the median sales price. So 535,000 is the Fort Collins median sales price. That's up almost 2% from a year ago. In Loveland, it's 480,000. In Windsor, it's 570,000. That's up 1% from a year ago. And in Greeley, 425,000 is our median sales price. So if you just want to see what people are paying, 98%, 97 to 98% of the list price. So you're really only going to get 2%, maybe 3% off of the asking price. So that's a good thing to know. The square price per square foot median was $243 in Fort Collins, $213 in Loveland, $224 in Windsor, and $179 in Greeley. So the number of showings depending, this is important for sellers to look at. I'll click on average. On average, in Fort Collins, it takes 14.3 showings before a home goes under contract. In Loveland, it was 10 showings. In Windsor, it was 11.4, and Greeley, 12.4. So that's how many showings you can expect to have before your home goes under contract. Now, here's the thing. Here's the number of showings per listing. It increased. We saw, especially in Fort Collins, a nice increase in the number of showings. But 5.8 showings per month for the month of February. So again, February is our shortest month, but 5.8 showings is what you should have expect. 4.4 in Loveland, 3.6 in Greeley, and 4.5 in Greeley. I think I said 3.6 in Windsor. So the number of showings is going up. So look at this path. I mean, there's some normal seasonality kind of, but then the market was a little bit slower in the end of 25. It was kind of flat here. We're seeing a nice increase in the number of showings. That's more buyers out in the market.
So if you are a home seller, that's important information to know. There are more buyers in the market. More people are going out and looking at homes. People love to move in the spring. People with families want to move mostly from May to July when the kids are home for break and get settled before the new school starts. So right now is kind of the time where everyone's thinking about change and something new. So now is actually a good time to go on the market. We saw a number of new homes came on in February. I think more new homes are going to come onto the market in March as that data comes out, and April too. I think this is a good time to get onto the market. The thing is, there's a lot of people out there who've been waiting for rates to be good, and they're actually down quite a bit. This Iran war and the oil prices are becoming a bit of a problem. That's going to cause some inflation problems. I'll tell you what, inflation drives home prices higher also. It's harder to build homes. So this what we're seeing right now, I think, is going to actually keep driving home prices up. So again, it's the same thing I've been saying for a couple of years. Is like now is actually still a great time to buy a home and sell a home. So a lot of people have been locked into that. They call it the golden handcuffs. That people have been locked into a 3% rate or a 2.75 rate since 2020 or 2021. Now you have new kids who've been born, your kids have left the house, there's divorces, there's all kinds of things that have happened, new jobs, job transfers and things. So there's all kinds of reasons that people aren't in the right sized house for themselves. So I think a lot of inventory is going to hit the market. I think a lot of people are anxious to get out there and do something. So I'm expecting 2026 to be a hot year. I actually had a huge February. I got like 7 people under contract in February, both buyers and sellers. Things are really heating up. War in Iran slowed things down a little bit. The interest rate came up. There was the news that interest rates were in the fives, 5.9. Now you might be looking more at like 6.5, which is still historically a very low rate. If that thing in Iran gets buttoned up fairly quickly, I think we're going to see a fantastic year for home sellers and for home buyers. So that's what I'm seeing in Northern Colorado. My name is Andy Hawbaker. You can learn more about me at my website, which is www.andyhawbaker.com. I live in Windsor, Colorado. I service Fort Collins, Loveland, Windsor, Greeley, and Longmont and surrounding areas. So if you have any questions about buying a home in Northern Colorado or selling a home in Northern Colorado, I'm your guy. I'd love for you to go to Google or to go to Zillow and read my reviews. They are fantastic. Please reach out to me if there's anything I can do to help. Thanks.